Today's SnowMotion Chairlift interview is with the Executive Director of the Vail Veterans Program, Cheryl Jensen. Cheryl, how long have you been doing this, and what made you start this program?
Well, we started back in 2004, and it was really just a way for our community to give back to our service members. And I read an article in the paper about all the terrible injuries our men and women of our military were sustaining in Iraq, and decided to bring them out. So we brought 7 from Walter Reed Army National Medical Center back in 2004. And if you fast forward where we are today, we've hosted over 500 wounded warriors and 1,000 of their family members.
Can you tell me an experience that you had with one veteran or a family where you felt the difference was in?
Well, there's been so many amazing stories, and I'll share a story that happened just recently. A young Marine named Christopher Fejmeyer, back in 2006, lost both of his legs in Iraq. Came to our program very angry, didn't know what he was going to do, and anyway, fell in love with skiing, ended up moving to Buena Vista, Colorado, and it changed his whole life. We took him last year on a helicopter ski trip, and at some point during the trip he shared with us that without the Vail Veterans Program, he would be dead in a gutter, because skiing is the one thing that has truly saved his life. And that is one of many, many stories of similar stories that we've had for so many of our service members and their families. This is truly a life-changing experience for them.
You must feel so proud of starting this program and giving this opportunity to so many of the veterans.
Well, it's the gift of giving. I think so often for all of us who give our time to whatever thing we're passionate about, you get so much back in return. But my life has truly taken a different road, and so many of these men and women have become great friends. So it's been an amazing experience. But I think one thing that I have to say that for our community, it really has, the Vail community in general has really been behind this, and so many of our donors and sponsors. It takes a lot to make this happen, and we are truly grateful and thankful to everyone. And just in general with the ski areas that do so much for our service members and for our active duty military. It's the way for all of us to give back.
Well, I can't wait to see. I have seen them going up Gold Peak, and I'm just so inspired. And I've actually gone up with one of the wives, and she was just so proud of her husband to be out there.
And, one of our vets said it, I think, the best, is that he's not here to focus on his disability. He's here to focus on what his new abilities are. So though he lost both of his legs, he's here to figure out what it is he can do in life now. And so it's a small part that our mountain community can do to give back, and it is it's not a cliche when I say that we're changing not just the wounded warriors' lives, but also the families' lives.
It just gives me goosebumps to know the power of skiing. That's the best sport, and look what it does.
And snowboarding. We last year had a quadruple amputee snowboarding. He lost both his legs, both his arms, and we had him up snowboarding on intermediate runs. And it was unbelievable to see the smile on his face, the smile on his fiance's face. They've had a long journey, and for them to come out of the hospital and come to a place like Vail to heal, it's really moving. We started a summer program just about 5 years ago, and that was really started. It was kind of a funny story. I go back to the hospitals, and I was there inviting people to attend, a lot of the patients, and this young man said to me, "Well, I think it's really great what you're doing, but I don't like the snow." And I went, "Really? Everyone loves the snow." And he goes, "I just don't want to be cold." So we started a summer program because of him. And so in the summer, it's focusing again on finding those things they can do. So we take them horseback riding, fly fishing, we take them river rafting, again trying to find those sports that they can feel successful at. They can leave here with a skill, they can leave here feeling confident about themselves.
Well, they've done so much for all of us Americans, and they're out there fighting for us and defending our country. And it seems like such a small gift that you're giving, but it's a really big one.
Well, it's a big one, and I think it touches everyone's lives. From the lift attendants to the bartenders to the people who come in contact with it. People who are skiing will come up to them and ask them, "Did you serve? And thank you so much for your service." And they love it when people recognize them. I think they lose a part of themselves physically, but also emotionally when they get injured, and for them to know that they're still cared about is really important. And so our mission will continue for a long, long time.
Oh boy, big thanks to Cheryl Jensen for making this program happen and being our chairlift interview on SnowMotion.
Thank you. That was great. I loved it. Thank you for getting me out of the office.
Yeah, and let's go take a run.
All right, I'm in.